Welcome back to Cottage Tranquility. Today it's absolutely freezing here. It is, I think it's the 7th of February. And yeah, I've got about 5 layers on. It is a bit cold. Luckily, the temperature is due to shoot up. So that will be a blessed relief. Oh, sorry about my camera work there. Tired arm. Honestly, can't get the staff. So in this episode, I'm going to take you back to November, gradually catching up now, although obviously time keeps moving forward, but hopefully getting a couple of episodes out a week to you now. And this one is a bit of a mixture of things, some stuff around the garden in November, around some of the history of the area and Armistice Day, and also some information around setting up my business that may or may not be useful to those looking to come over here on an entrepreneur or set up as a micro entrepreneur in business. So hopefully that'll be of interest to you, and if I can help in sort of pointing you in the right direction for things, I will do. So please feel free to ask any questions, and if I can't answer them specifically, I'll advise you on people you can talk to that can help you. So fingers crossed that's useful. And also on here, once you're over here, or even if you're just traveling, if you're staying in France, I've got some emergency numbers for you, which are always worth putting in your phone. So keep a lookout for those towards the end. And hopefully that's really interesting for you. A bit different to the usual housey stuff on this one. But we will be back to the house in the next one. So, a bientôt. Speak to you soon. These are the horses that my neighbours put into my paddock, into my field. Not all the time, just once every few months. And it's really lovely to have them there, so beautiful, and I'm looking forward to the summer and painting. Living here, so beautiful sometimes. Just have a look around the garden. House. There's Aslan, and somewhere around my feet is a burn pie. Hello, burn pie. Just thought we'd take a wander around. That's the old rubbish pile there, compost heap. See, even on a November day when it's 11 degrees out, it's still stunningly beautiful living in this little farming hamlet. Lots of work to be done to turn this into a fantastic garden. It's all higgledy-piggledy at the moment. And it's got brambles and trees in the wrong places. A lot of these are supposed to be fruit trees. There were a couple of pears on these ones here, but nothing much this year. I don't know whether that was because the weather wasn't right for it or what, but the others didn't have anything at all. So maybe that they need to come out. You never know. What is that bird there? Little dicky bird in the tree. Don't know if you caught that. But yeah, so these are apple trees. There's at least 2 different varieties. But again,
because they're apple trees, they attract an awful lot of wasps and things. And so whilst I would love to keep them, they are completely in the wrong place, because this is a fantastic view over the paddock, as you can see. And in the summer, when you really want to be sat out here, you have apples being thrown at you. See, Azan's not a fan of that tree. So I do think that, you know, this area would be fantastic to have it sort of levelled up so that we could look out over this view for myself, guests, family, whomever, and friends, you know. Sit out here in the evening and enjoy an aperitif. I think that'd be wonderful. And if the horses are still grazing in there at that time, then you get to watch the horses, look at those. But there are a few different things, like down over this area here we found what looks to be the remains of a old barn, so might have to have a look at that, see what can actually find, because apparently the laws are the same here as they are in the UK, in that if you can find or show that there was a building on that piece of land at some point, you can put it back. So ideally I'd love to put a barn back on there, so I can have my ride-on mower and everything in it, and yeah, store all sorts of bits and pieces. Would quite like to put in a proper greenhouse, old-fashioned greenhouse, and sort of farming area, so that we can have chickens and ducks, maybe some lambs or goats or Highland cows, something like that. But I also really want to put in trees. Now I've got some trees, some oak and some hazelnut trees, which I'm currently cultivating in my art studio, which I plan to plant out down here, and just to sort of make that a bit more private down there, because basically the land with the fencing all around it all belongs to this property, so it would be good to basically remove the boundaries from it and utilise the land a bit more than it is now. Currently I've got a few too many stinging nettles and brambles going on, but yeah, all things in good time. Hi, so today I have been to Anglo-French Solutions and seen the lovely lady Beatrice, who has helped me to set up my company and to talk through the tax solutions. So hopefully now that'll all get organised, and I should be able to start earning from the 1st of December, should I desire to. So it was actually quite simple, but then again it's simple when you've got somebody who's French who speaks English really well. So yeah, she was really helpful, and what I found is, although I have come over here on a specific type of visa for my company being the one that I wanted to set up for myself, to be self-employed as a chambre d'hôte, I can also work in anything else that I declare once I set up that company. So I've set up Cottage Tranquility as a chambre d'hôte, but then I've also said that potentially I'll be able to earn money through YouTube through my art that I create, and potentially through any other sort of administration type work that I want to take on whilst I'm here. So apparently it's all best to do it at the same time, to declare at the same time that you want to do that. Obviously you pay zero tax on not earning, so you only pay on the total, and you pay social security charges, and you decide how you want to pay those, whether you pay those quarterly or monthly. I've decided I want to do that monthly, just so I can keep an even keel on my finances. Just excuse the cars going past. It's just such an idyllic, beautiful view over this bridge here that I just couldn't pass up the opportunity this lunchtime. And it looks like the sun's about to start coming out, which is lovely because it's been raining yesterday and today, so being very fortunate with the weather right now. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of take you through that and let you know that actually setting up a business here is relatively straightforward, and you can do more than you apply for on the visa, which I didn't know before. And as I say, this is all post-Brexit, so I was told, set it up, declare it at the beginning. It's much easier than going back and changing your company structure later, trying to add different services or different skill sets later. Do it all one go at the front, and then if you don't use them, then you don't pay for them. But obviously, you know, if you do, then they're there and available to you. So here is the beautiful view that I was just standing in front of, as you can see. Absolutely stunning. This is La Vienne River in Chabanais, and that is the village. Some extensive works going on at the moment over the side there, putting in a lot of drainage is going on, mains drains, connecting things to mains drains, and installing fibre across the region at the moment on internet services. But yeah, they've got some lovely little places here. Just down this road here is a patisserie, and also a lovely little English run coffee shop. Here we go, here's the weir. You see work going on here over the road, but putting in drainage and Wi-Fi, but connecting it all up in the area. The area is becoming more and more domesticated, able to support local needs. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful little village, is Chabanais, and this is the River La Vienne. Here are my lovely boys, Bern here, and then Aslan and Bern, and they will be coming up more in future videos. The region I'm in France is a huge resistance area, and this monument here is to all the resistance fighters in France. And there's actually the graveyard here where a lot of resistance fighters were then buried. It's an absolutely amazing place that we managed to visit on Armistice Day in November. Whilst here, we also had some birds flying overhead, flying south for the winter. The Resistance Memorial, based at Chasseneuil-sur-bonniere, is an absolutely tragic and yet beautiful place. It's perched high, the monument is perched high on the hillside. You can see it as you come in from either side on the, I think it's the N141 is the actual road. So you can see it from quite a distance. But the actual site itself is over 2 hectares, and the graves start at the top, and then there's a step terrace all the way down. There are graves of 2,255 freedom fighters, resistance members, and they come from all walks of life and all faiths. There are many faiths in the represented in the graveyard there.
which just goes to show that even back then in, I think it's 1945 that it was put together, it was a multicultural society in France, and it still is today, probably even more so. All of the freedom fighters that are buried there, the resistance fighters, are from sort of southwest France, so there are other memorial sites in other parts of France. But this is the one for Nouvelle-Aquitaine, which covers the southwest of France.
Then another really important thing here is just to show you the emergency numbers for France. So once you move to France, put these numbers into your phone just in case you need them, and they will come in really handy.
Thank you once again for joining me here at Cottage Tranquility, and I appreciate you waiting. I know it's been a little bit longer this time between episodes. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I don't know which way, it's been absolutely manic busy here, and currently today I'm on my first of my civic integration training courses, which I will follow up in a different video down the line. But for now, I hope this has been useful to you if you're looking to move over here, set up business, or if you're just moving over, retiring. Hopefully some of the information in here is useful to you. Anyway, any questions, put it in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much.